The early parts or early months of the pandemic, March, April, May, what did you observe with the people? Diba? They were so negative in all things and aspects of life. Negative to the mayor, negative to the governor, negative to the university, negative with all the protocols and all sorts of negativities. Then they bash anybody they like to bash over the social media. Were you one of them? I hope not. So people were so negative with all these protocols were actually for their own good. They were so negative, yet a few remained to be positive. I'm referring to the doctors, the nurses, and all the rest of the frontliners. They were risking their lives for all of us who are full of negativities. How shall we become positive? Of course, not positive with the swab test, but positive to real life situations. Simple, it is actually a way of life. It is a decision of looking at the positive side of life rather than focusing on the negative side. Siguro a classic example, because the WRC people are here, they talk about water. So how do you describe this? No, it's a glass with water. Okay, negative people would say half empty, but positive people would say half full. The same reality with two descriptions, telling us what we choose in life, whether to become nega or to become positive. Actually, we can remove negativities in life. Example, if you experience dementia, do not worry. Be happy instead that you are able to let go of the past easily. Kalimot na makasapaso. It's time to move on. That's a positive way of looking at negative things. If you're asked to report to work on site, but you prefer to work from home, be happy. A lot of people are willing to report to work, but their companies are closed. Totally closed. So, if you're asked to donate for the typhoon victims and the rest of the world who are suffering because of the pandemic and a lot of calamities, be happy to give. A lot of people do not have the luxury of a monthly salary because of the economic crisis brought by the pandemic. So that's the way of doing things, no? If you don't have a new pair of shoes this Christmas, still be happy. There are people who can afford to buy with many pairs of branded shoes, but they only have one foot. So let us try to be positive in life. Today's gospel reading teaches us to be optimistic in life. It talks about, actually the gospel talks about negativities like terrible calamities, roaring of the sea and the waves. People will be captured by the Gentiles. They will be underfoot, captured with their sword. However, while these are happening, there's a reminder that the Son of God will be coming in cloud with power and great glory. This only tells us that Jesus is in control of everything and that we have nothing to worry but to hold on to Him and to hold on to our faith. That is why the gospel ends with this beautiful statement. But when these signs begin to happen, when all this roaring of the seas, whatever, all the calamities, don't feel nega. Be positive. Just stand erect and raise your heads because your redemption is at hand. So, my dear brothers and sisters, during this pandemic, as we move forward, let us not let us still be grateful, for we know that God is more powerful than the virus, than the calamities, and that God is in control of everything. And most importantly, that God will save us in the end.